All right, a bit of a different video format than usual. Wanted to record a live update on what's happening, what I'm currently doing, and just to give you an update on what's happening. So, about 2 weeks ago, I left my hometown and came to Zlatibor, which is a mountain in the west of Serbia, which is the country where I live. And it's really a beautiful place. I love it because it's a really small city on the mountain. So it's like you're in a city and you have everything that you need, but there's beautiful mountains and forests and horses and everything you need literally 5 minutes away from here. So it's a perfect place for me, right? And the main reason for coming here was to just get out of routine in my hometown because I've been living there for the last 20 years. I know every person, I know every place, I know everything that's happening. Every day is looking the same and all days kind of blend into one. So the whole idea was to just get out of that routine, get in a different place and change something up and just reflect on everything that was happening, to remove the distractions of all the people and things I know around me. And it's been going really good. One of the things I can tell you is that changing your environment actually works 10 times better than I initially imagined is going to work. Because here, I know no one. So the only person that I know here is my business partner, and we're here together to work. And basically how my day looks like is I wake up and there's my big monitor on the desk. And that's the only thing I can do. I can just sit down, do some work. At the end of the day, go for a workout and go to sleep. Of course, apart from that, in the middle of the day, I can go like for a 5-minute drive into the mountains to a nice like viewpoint lookout and look at the mountains or over the city or some beautiful lake or something like that and get some inspiration and kind of reset for the day if I feel like my brain's clogged up or something. But yeah, it's absolutely amazing. And the best thing that happened here since I got here was that just changing the environment and the place where I'm at just gave me enough time and energy, I want to say, to reflect on everything that was happening over the last 2 to 3 years in my business. I have my whiteboard with me, so I kind of broke it all down, by stages and everything that happened. It was really insightful, I want to say. And the biggest thing that I realized is that how much time it actually requires for a great idea to come to life and for you to actually build something great. And I realized that over the last 2 years I actually had some pretty good ideas. Don't want to sound arrogant or something, but actually really good ideas that would have been true and something huge right now if I just stuck with them long enough. But yeah, life goes, you learn from your mistakes, and from now on I know that I'm not going to repeat them. And as I was looking and reflecting and analyzing the last 2.5 years of my life and building my agency and struggling to get over the 5K a month ceiling and not being able to figure it out and sending hundreds of messages a day and spending thousands of dollars on ads and spending like 60 to 100% of all of my revenue from the business on ads just to try to get more clients and all of those things, I've actually realized that there's really one system that actually helped me go through that and get my business to 15K a month and allowed me to change my business and change the way I live life. Because now I can see my business as this game I'm trying to beat rather than an enemy whose entire purpose is to just steal and consume as much time and energy from my life. And that's kind of the goal, right? To make your business be a game you're trying to beat, right? So it's kind of interesting and funny in some way. I'm not saying it's easy, of course, it's really hard, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of interesting because it's kind of like you're playing a game. If you think about the hardest level in the game you beat, when you were playing video games, I guess you're not playing video games right now, unless you're 12 years old. That wouldn't be a really smart thing to do. But the hardest level that you beat, it was hard, but it was really interesting. And once you beat it, it was really fulfilling. And it was really interesting. And that's the whole point of building a business, I believe. So I created a YouTube video going in depth over that entire system that helped me go from being stuck at around 5K a month with a couple of clients and not being able to figure out how to get further to being able to make $15,000 a month in profit while working with the clients I love working with and delivering the offer and the service that I'm really confident in delivering and allowing me to change my life in that way. So I made a YouTube video about that, going in depth of that entire system and how you can implement it for yourself. It's coming soon in a couple of days actually on this YouTube channel. You don't want to miss that out. But that's kind of on the business side. Now, I've been talking about business. If you go over my brand on Instagram and here on YouTube, you've heard me talk about my business and doing this and doing that and all that. But I haven't really thought about things that are happening in my personal life. And I believe that for some of you, that would be really fun to hear. And for me, it would be really fun to share because it's kind of like a way of documenting my journey so that months or years after that, I can look back at this, reflect, see this moment and see what I was doing, see what I was thinking about, what were my struggles in my personal life, which is an interesting topic to think about. So what I started actually doing is journaling every single day. So I'm going to show you my notebook. So it's most basic notebook. And what I do is I have like a monthly breakdown. So like this, like a monthly sheet where it's like a breakdown of entire month. So every single day. And there are some habits that I'm currently tracking. And then after that, I just turn pages and every single day I started mapping out, actually documenting my entire previous day. So for example, today morning, I sat down and I wrote every single thing that happened yesterday. And it's really a fun concept and I started doing that by the beginning of March. I was kind of documenting my life for the last 6 to 8 months, but not in this detail, right? But it's really fun because I can look back and see what I was doing on the 14th of August and what's the beach I went with the boys and what was kind of the main thing that happened. It's a really fun thing, right? And it really helps you to document your life and look back at it. I would definitely suggest you do that. It's a thing I started doing recently in detail and it's been really fun and actually really helpful because so many times when I'm thinking about my content and I'm thinking about helping the younger version of me, I'm thinking about the problems and the thoughts and the things and the worries and the doubts that I had at that time and I can't really remember them because maybe it was longer time ago or there were so many things that I can't really remember to the detail how that felt. But when you're doing this, you can just open, your notebook and, turn a couple of pages and go back a couple of months and just see exactly how you felt, exactly what you were doing, exactly what your struggles, your problems, and act based on that and use that. And another kind of highlight of what's happening right now is I'm getting a dog. Yes. So this has been a goal of mine for the last 6 months, I would say. So it's been, from August, I wanted to get a dog. But there were other priorities and things I wanted to get done first to be able to fully dedicate my life and fully commit to having a dog because it's a big responsibility, of course, if you want to have a proper dog and properly train it and properly spend your time with your dog. I've been thinking about the breed and what breed to get. I was first initially thinking about a Rottweiler, which was a goal of mine since I was a kid. But then I actually switched it to a German Shepherd because I believe at this point of life it much better suits my lifestyle, everything that we are doing. So it's an active dog. It can go and hike with me and run with me and play with me and stay at home with me and my friends and my family. So I believe right now it's a perfect dog. Now, there's some struggles with it because I don't know how, but in my entire country, it's so hard to find a dog that's actually good and nice and looks like how I want it to be. And there's so many breeders and not a single one of them is making it easy for potential customers to find their breeding businesses and buy a dog from them. Nobody has a website, nobody's posting content. It's impossible to find him. So what I've been doing literally today, I've been, going over some posts on some stupid website and taking phone numbers and cold calling and cold messaging people, getting them to send me some photos of their dogs so I can see which one would be nice, right? I actually got a recommendation from one of the dog trainers, which is probably one of the best dog trainers in Serbia, for one of the breeders, and we made a deal, and we're gonna go on Sunday. Today's Friday, and we're gonna go on Sunday and see that dog. I'll keep you updated on that as well, how that went, and hopefully if everything goes well, I'll be getting a dog in a couple of weeks. German Shepherd. I already know a name. We already figured it out. I'm not gonna share it right now. I'm gonna wait until I get it. But yeah, that's kind of the biggest thing that I'm focusing on right now. It's doing business, building a business, and sharing this system and new insights I got from reflecting on my life for the last 2 to 3 years. It is documenting my life really in detail so that I can look back at it and have a note that I can use to help younger version of me. And it's getting a dog. Getting a dog, I wouldn't say a pet, because a pet is more like a family pet. This is more gonna be like a part of the boys group, right? So it's gonna go everywhere with us and that type of stuff. But yeah, those are the 3 main things that are happening right now. I'm actually enjoying this format, and I'm probably gonna record more of these. But yeah, that's it. Again, just to remind you, in a couple of days, I'm gonna be posting a YouTube video. One of the YouTube videos that I'm the proudest of, that I created in the last 2 years probably. So yeah, don't miss out on that. Follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna keep you updated there so you know exactly when it's going out. Yeah, that's it. If it's God's will, I'll see you in the next one.